What is up, everybody? Welcome once again to my YouTube channel, and today let's continue once again with our F1 2017 career mode. We are now at season 2 and we are once again at the Shanghai International Circuit for the Chinese Grand Prix. And yeah, that was a very good race from Verstappen. What is up, Nreg? What is up, live? How has your day been going, guys? But yeah, I just saw there is the election day today here in Portugal, so I had to go vote, so I missed the first like 15 laps. But yeah, then I went home and yeah, I just got... Yeah, that was a very good race. Hey Bruno, what is up? How are you doing? I'm doing fine, at least so far. A bit tired, I only slept 4 hours today, but well, at least I think I can get a good race done here at the Shanghai International Circuit, as Crofty will get us introduced to the racing track.
This weekend sees us arrive in Shanghai for the Chinese Grand Prix. First up is today's practice session. So Anthony, lots to do of course in these sessions, lots of programs to run. What are you looking for when you jump in the car for free practice?
Well, you have basic checks first of all. You know, is the car working correctly? What are the track conditions like? And you'll be chasing that as the session goes on. Things like that. Then you start getting into the nitty-gritty of it all, and they become more like test sessions where it's all about gathering new data, testing components, tweaking the setup and so on. So there's only so much actual practice that these drivers need. Most of them will be plenty familiar enough in the track layout, either from previous experience or from the simulator.
Okay, so let's get our setup, and yeah, that was a very good race. Only a bit of a shame that Vettel couldn't get Ricciardo, or at least a better battle, because Vettel only had, at the end, he only got really one opportunity and then just dropped off. So I would like to see a little bit of more opportunities from Vettel to attack Ricciardo, but well, that's how it goes sometimes.
It'll give us a good indication of our relative pace and consistency.
I just got this setup, did a few time trial laps with the Haas, everything felt good. The power unit is still fine. Yeah, that crash, I don't know what the hell, like... In my opinion, it was Vettel, because Stroll is already on the inside of the corner. Vettel had plenty of space. Like, I think that one is on Vettel. There was no need for Vettel to go so close to Stroll. He had at least half of a track. Like, I think Vettel risked it by going so close to Stroll. Stroll is already on the inside, and it's not like they are racing. Stroll doesn't need to move onto the curb on the inside, you know, like they are just chilling. So Vettel could have just gone way around the outside. I think that one is on Vettel, but well, that's also just to add insult to injury. Probably a new gearbox for the next race was what's his name, Brundle, saying that's probably a brand new gearbox and another grid penalty for the next race, because the rear end was massively damaged. Yeah, right. One thing though, Vettel might even get further penalties. Come on, Jeff.
It's really hard to wrestle a poorly set up car around here. There's only one line through a lot of the corners, and the penalty for getting it wrong is really harsh. Stay on the racing line and gradually build up your confidence. The team are ready to make adjustments, so take your time getting a good balance in the car. Don't push the car just yet. The track is still green. Try and take it easy for the first couple of laps.
Thank you, Jeff. Jesus Christ. What was I saying? I forgot. Completely forgot. Oh yeah, he might get further penalized, because from what I heard, the drivers must let the steering wheels on their cars after, well, they take it off to be able to get out, but then they must put it back on the car, and he didn't. He took the wheel with him, so maybe he's going to even get further penalties. I'm not sure how that is going to develop, so we have to pay attention between, or at least for the next couple of hours or the next couple of days, and see how that turns out. But yeah, overall it was a pretty good race. Obviously we had Vettel charging through the field. We also had some good battles. We had a very cool battle towards the end between Gasly and Grosjean. Gasly, unfortunately less experienced. Grosjean adds the best of him. But yeah, that was a very what is up doing PTV. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Max Verstappen just had a massive race today. He just drove very well. He didn't have really much to lose, so he just went on the opportunity that was given to him by Hamilton's struggles, and yeah, then he was just able to pull away. Yeah, I think the championship was finished last time around. I think the championship is finished the moment Vettel had engine problems in Malaysia. Like, I don't think they completely lost an opportunity. They completely lost an opportunity because the Mercedes struggled a lot, and yeah, it's the second win in a row. Funny enough, it's the second win in a row for Red Bull at Malaysia. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this first corner. I really do not like it. But yeah, it's the second race win in a row for Red Bull at Malaysia, all because the two front teams have got issues. I forgot to downshift. Okay. Well, I'm not exactly focusing. Come on! Am I downshifting too quickly? Like, it went well in the time trial, and this car is much more upgraded than the Haas that you get in the time trial. Because in the time trial you get the standard Haas. Yeah, it was the turbocharger, right? I didn't saw the first 15 laps. I didn't really catch the beginning of the race. But yeah, from what I know, I think it was the turbocharger. Hey Elder, what is up? I'm sorry mate, but I have to disagree with you. I think that one is on Vettel. Like, Stroll is not racing. There's no need for Stroll to go to the curb. He doesn't need to really get squeezed onto the inside. Vettel had a lot of space around the outside, and there was no need for Vettel to be so close to Stroll there. I think that one is on Vettel. Have I gotten the targets?
Good work, you seem to have a solid...
Oh, come on, by 5 points, come on. Oh, is it getting close to the ground again? I didn't even notice.
That's fantastic. You obviously have a really good understanding of the circuit.
I honestly, like, I'm used to the trains from like F1 2011, so I don't even notice them anymore. But yeah, I'll need to do some changes to the setup. The brake pressure is too damn high. That's for sure. But yeah, I thought I would have a better performance with the setup in this Haas than in the time trial, because I do the time trial with the Haas. Sorry. I do the time trial with the Haas car when I'm finding setups for the career races, and it felt better in time trial than here. But I think that in time trial you get the standard Haas, right? And I have upgraded this car massively, so I don't know why it feels worse. Might be the medium tires compared to the super softs, but still. But yeah, oh, Massa had some pretty aggressive moves defending from Esteban Ocon. I think, like, I like Massa, but I try to be impartial. I try to not have any bias when analyzing incidents. I think Massa was over-aggressive, at least in one occasion. On the exit of turn 3, he completely squeezed wide Stroll. I think Massa deserves some form of penalty. At least, like, give the place back to Ocon. I think Massa should get 10th and Ocon 9th. Maybe that might be too harsh, but I don't know. Oh, did he spin 2 times? I only saw once when he was getting lapped by Verstappen and he was battling with Magnussen. I only saw that one. There was also a big battle between, it was Alonso and I don't remember who, but they were, I think it was Grosjean. Oh, I didn't see the second spin. I think it was Grosjean fighting Alonso. I'm not sure, but yeah, Alonso really went like on the second corner. It's still an hairpin, and it just went straight onto the outside of the corner and then turned in. Oh, it was K-Mag. Okay, that was so freaking. That's so freaking Alonso. Like, if he feels that someone has wronged him, it just doesn't give a fuck. He's going to wrong you right after. So he feels, yeah, probably Magnussen squeezed him wide a little bit too much because, of course, Alonso got in the grass. But then it just goes. Oh my god, that was so funny. That's so typical freaking Alonso. And I went on a flying lap instead of just driving out of the garage. Oh, that's going to give me a couple percentage more on the freaking engine. Oh. Okay, let's go now. So this is the tire wear program, right? Okay. I have to be careful with this one. The first corner here, I don't really like it. See this bullshit? Come on! I don't think I'm braking that harshly or turning in that harshly. Am I downshifting too early? I have really no idea most of the time with this corner. Like, I'm already losing so much to the freaking Delta. Okay, looks like we got out fairly well. Okay, now these sweeping corners are very good to wear out your tires. Let's see. I should have downshifted, but oh well. A clean exit. Now dropping below the Delta, but we can still use Rich Mix down that immense straight. Oh, going too wide. Put a little bit too much throttle. Jesus, 510. No, I'm going to do that again. On the transition from this left-hander to the right-hander, I sometimes put too much throttle, and then the car goes a little bit wide. At least I'm good on the tire wear through that corner, apparently. Okay, getting back on the Delta, going back to a standard mix. A little bit of a snap from the backhand, but we managed to control it. Let's go down to lean mix and we get it done. I just feel like I need to be better into this corner. Might tweak the setup a little bit. I still haven't gone down in the braking pressure, so I need to do that still. So yeah, what else happened in the race? I think, who spun? Was it Ocon battling with Sainz? I think Ocon was going around the outside, and then his front wheel clipped, the front wheel of Sainz clipped the rear wheel of Ocon. I don't know, that one might be 50-50, but I think Sainz has a little bit more responsibility on that one than Ocon. I don't know. I just don't think Ocon like squeezed him that hard, you know. I don't think that Ocon left Sainz completely out of room. So I think it's a little bit more on Sainz, that one. What happened to Bottas? That's a good question. I don't even know myself. Yeah, I don't even know myself, that one. I'm sorry, I can't answer that one. Yeah, the Mercedes was just struggling all around the weekends today, so, well, all around the weekends this weekend, not today. But yeah, they struggled all around the weekend, and yeah, Bottas didn't find his groove. I don't think neither did Hamilton, just that Hamilton probably gets priority on the setup and all that good stuff, so he probably got a few tips and a bit more help from the engineers, but yeah, none of them found their groove this weekend, I think. And the car itself struggled a little bit, so yeah. Oh, but in the past race it was really expected, because street circuits are not really suited to this year's Mercedes, so that was expected. But in Malaysia that might be something else. Maybe they went in the wrong direction with the setup, or maybe it was just the car, I don't know. Maybe they got an upgrade that didn't work as intended. I don't really follow the practice session, so I don't know if they brought anything to the car. So maybe they just went in the wrong direction with something. Yeah, that made them struggle a little bit. But yeah, Hamilton seemed to cope with it better than Bottas, and Bottas looks like there was just not much he could do. Let's go to the brakes. 100 brake pressure. Jesus bloody Christ. Suspension. Oh, sorry.
138.6.
I don't know what I should do. I feel like maybe give it a little bit less on the anti-roll bar. Give it a bit more lateral grip so it doesn't slip off so easily. I'm not sure. Let's save that. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm going to try anyway. So yeah, let's go out into the fuel saving program. What do I think about Gasly? Well, his first weekend, like, not much he could do, especially in a Toro Rosso. I think it was fine. He had a battle with Grosjean. Grosjean, I think the Haas is a better car, and Grosjean has a couple of years at least of experience, so that's probably why he got easily past Gasly. Gasly was probably just on some kind of conservation, like from the tires or the fuel, because he didn't seem like he wanted to battle Grosjean, but I think he was in conservation mode, because the team then told him to follow what's his name, to follow Vettel, and I don't think they would be so worried about him, a rookie, on still acclimatizing to the car, trying to follow like one of the best car on the grid, if not the best car on the grid that we can, you know. Come on, Jess.
If you run wide here, you're running off track. Tight through one, run out to the middle of the road as you come off the brakes and into two. Patience is key here. All set. Everyone clear? car to track.
But yeah, what was I saying? I think Gasly was in conservation mode, because otherwise they wouldn't like be so insistent on him needing to get slipstream or DRS even from Vettel. But he did a good race. Like, he didn't add massive incidents. I don't know how his start went because I missed the start. But yeah, I think it was decent. Still acclimatizing to the car, and yeah. Let's see how it goes. I think a better indication would be next weekend he is on the car. Let's let that Mercedes by. That's Valtteri Bottas. But yeah, who else said, like, oh, Sainz. I missed his DNF. Like, I saw him in battle with Ocon, but then he DNF'd and I missed why. Do you guys know? You guys probably know why he DNF'd. I missed it. Oh, okay, so it was a failure then. Okay, thanks a lot. Yeah, it was on the points, if I remember correctly. So it would have been a good result for him. But yeah. It would be a good... he's in good form. Like, he got a very good race in Singapore. So it would be a little bit of a streak for Sainz. I don't know. The last time I remember him retiring was in Silverstone because of his crash with Kvyat. But since then I think he has been, at least in most races, in the points, if not all of them. So he's in good form, and yeah, that engine failure must be disappointing. He was bringing some good points to the team this weekend, and he finished. Oh, looks like I'm saving too much fuel. Let's see. I'm probably going to get back on the Delta on this in this straight. And that allows me to lift off massively. Let's do the same again. And yeah, that was done. Had to lift off in the straight, but well, I'm not setting lap times, to be honest. So... chill the car back home once again. Engine is still good. Not too much wear from it. Our gearbox is still in perfect shape. Oh, I didn't see Vettel. He's probably complaining about me in the radio now. So I apologize for that one. Speaking about speaking to the radio, do you guys think Alonso should have gotten in between Ricciardo and Vettel? Like, I think there was the space, and I think that if Vettel was that much faster, I think Vettel would have been able to get him into turn 3. I think Vettel could have gotten him into turn 3. I don't know why he backed off. He got a very poor exit out of turn 2 compared to the McLaren. So I don't know what exactly happened here. I think Alonso I like, you can probably see the point Vettel is making. Of course, there is a lapped car getting in the middle, but that's not exactly a good spot to let someone through that transition from turn 1 into turn 2. So yeah, he could have stayed out of that fight, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know if Vettel like got scared or something, because he had a very poor exit out of turn 2. I don't really know what the hell happened there. I think Vettel could have gotten on the way into turn 3, like go on the inside and get by, but he didn't. Like the gap was good, was big enough for Alonso not to need to let him through on the approach to turn 3. So that was a weird one. As I was watching, Vettel got a very poor exit. But well, like after the end of the race, when they showed, like when they went to show the damage on Vettel's car, I thought that both of his wheels had like exploded or something like that. Because I was thinking, like, back to Silverstone, you know, his tires just disintegrated. And yeah, that was my thought. He was pushing so hard during the race that the tires just collapsed after the race. It was just on time for them to last to the end of the race, and then they just collapsed. That's what I thought at initially. But well, looks like that wasn't the case really. Race a strategy program. Let's go for it then. Ah, and again with the flying lap. I keep forgetting about that one.
Romance P7 at the moment.
I just took a peek. Hey Francisco Aguero, welcome to the stream. Okay, the race strategy program has started. Ocon is going to be pressurizing me. Okay, going back up to standard mix. I'm not sure if I should let Ocon by. If I ever get the delta gap enough to let him through, I will let him through, but yeah. A little bit of the backhand stepping out as I put my rear wheels on the curb, on the exit. Come on. Oh, that's it. Okay. I need to go up to Rich Mix so I can be safe down this straight. Yeah, Max Verstappen did a very good race. A very clean maneuver on Hamilton. And then he just controlled. He just controlled the pace, and yeah, he took his victory home. Finally, some good luck for the young Dutchman. Oh, come on. No, come on, Ericsson. I'm going to rewind it. I'm going to try and overtake him. Come on, Marcus. Oh, I'm going wide. Yeah, I'm going wide. Okay, round 3. Fight. Freaking Swedish. I'm pulling wide again. I should be... That time I should be downshifting a little bit more. Okay, I'm just going to set up. Get out of my way. Jesus Christ, that dude. You are in a freaking outlap. Turn! Yeah, that was a very... Yeah, I think Vettel does not have any possibility of winning the World Championship now. I think he doesn't have any possibility since Singapore, so... Yeah. Now, I can understand Spanish, you can speak, you can type in Spanish. I understand it, I can't talk it, but I can understand what you are saying. Since I'm Portuguese, I like the Spanish language is similar to Portuguese, so I can understand what you are speaking there. So no worries on that front. But yeah, that was a very silly incident. I think Vettel could have just taken the outside line. There was no need for him to be that close to Stroll. I don't think there was even a need from Vettel to even try to overtake Stroll. Like, what's the point? No, I don't speak Spanish, but I understand Spanish. Like, for example, what you typed, what you posted there, I understand what you are saying, but if I was myself to put the same phrase there, I couldn't find the words, because I don't know, like, how to make the verbs and all that in Spanish. So I can understand it, but I cannot make phrases myself. Oh, I'm losing on the Delta, I didn't even notice that one. Yeah, because you know how to talk Portuguese, right? Hey Andre Silva, what is up? Yeah, I did see, I missed the start because I went to vote, because it is election day today here in Portugal. Come on! Why am I losing so much? Oh, come on. Okay, that's good. I'll go nurse the car home. Yeah, that was a cool race. I missed the start, but yeah. Well, just gives me more commentary, like more comments in the comments counting, you know. That might, like, the interactivity might help me in terms of the YouTube algorithm. So But yeah, I would prefer if everyone spoke English in the chat, because if someone new comes in and sees other languages, they don't know if I am silent for whatever reason at that moment. They don't know that I'm streaming in English. So I'm going to let those guys by. They are on their I suppose they are on their flying laps at the moment.
Roman is sat in P8.
So yeah, there's no problem. Just so obviously there's not like a problem you guys have to worry. It's just something about the I cannot find the word, but yeah, like a community, someone who is new, doesn't know the ins and outs of the streams and all that, and that we have multiple nationalities viewing the stream, so they might think I might not be streaming in English. And yeah, there are people who only look for English streams, so that's probably that. And regarding F1 content, the language most people are used to is English. I know lots of people watch live streams online instead of watching the races on TV, and you are probably listening to Martin Brundle or someone who is in English. So okay, let's I think it's everything done. Let's start. Let's go on a drive out.
Complete. We're ready.
We are ready indeed. Come on, let's get out of the pit lane so we can get the practice session done with. Oh, and I forgot to check the weather, so I'll need to check the weather once I come back onto the garage. Oh, hey. Okay, so we are not doing the best lap times ever, but obviously we haven't tried to do that. I won't see it. Like, tomorrow morning I'll just see like the highlights. I'm not too much into, like, I like football, but I just don't like seeing the Portuguese league too much. There's always like so much, like, so many teams have such an anti-sportsmanship like behavior. I just can't see it, because I try to be impartial in every incident, like every play, you know. Like, I myself, I support Benfica, but I can watch Sporting or Porto or Braga or whatever other team and still try to be impartial, you know. Like, I play football myself, so I know what I think most of people like understand why some things happen, why some plays happen. Like, and when people are just taking the piss, I don't really want to watch it. Like, for me, for men, like, honor is everything, and there are some players, like, for me, they shouldn't even be called men. So yeah. Oh, am I going to get blocked again? This first corner is just a nightmare for me. I don't know if it is bad balance on the car. Could have put the throttle down a little bit earlier. Come on, Lance! Thank you very much. You need to rewind and then hit the flashback. Sorry, what's the same with McLaren? Oh crap. Come on, Lance. Oh, the first corner? Yeah, okay. Yeah, the lack of downforce really hinders you through there. I think I'm going to 5 wing on the rear of the car, so I can get a bit more downforce. Okay, let's try to get a purple rating. I'm going to get a lot of time in this back straight. So let's see.
Well done. That lap
Oh.
beats our primary target time.
Okay, I'm way off the purple targets. Oh, come on, I lost the back end. I went on to first, I thought I was going down onto second. Okay. Ah, already 2/10 slower. Let's see. Okay, that was a good hairpin there. Okay, that was a good second sector. Let's now see about the third one. Oh, I lose so much on that corner. I'm not gaining through this straight, so... Come on! Game! Yeah!
Plenty of useful data. Return to base when you can so we can go over it.
Oh, we still got it. Whew. That was close. Turn in. Come on. Oh, there comes the car. Oh, that's Lance Stroll. I'll do like them apples now, huh? Huh. You prick. Whew, that was a try-hard lap right there, especially a try-hard hairpin and the last corner as well. But yeah, that was a good lap. I feel good about myself. At least, well, at least if you don't count the first 2 corners. That was a good lap. Oh, there goes Valtteri. 4th place currently in the timesheets. Verstappen in 5th, and I'm splitting the Red Bulls with Ricciardo in 7th, even though they have only posted probably laps with not too much space to them, and only on the softs, so...
Roman's currently in P9.
There goes Vettel, currently leading the timesheets. Whoa, what? The game sometimes does this, it just randomly pauses for some reason. Maybe I got some notification from like an update or something like that, but nothing is appearing on my second monitor, so... Okay, go back to the garage, check the weather forecast for the remaining sessions of the weekend. Go back to our motorhome and start with the qualifying session. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, okay, so waiting for the mechanics to do their thing. We got all of the team objectives, so that is good. Overview, yeah, the overview, I need the overview, so only clouds in P2, cloudy in P3, rain in qualifying, and it looks like it's going to be dry for the race. But yeah, there's certainly going to get rainy during the qualifying.
1:36.1.
Maybe down into Q2 or Q3, because the rain, I can only see it's raining at the 45 minutes mark. So that's probably around Q3, unless we are only seeing it at 45 minutes, but it starts like at 15 or something like that. We don't know. So yeah, let's go to end the session. Just give me a second here. The timings: Vettel in the top, Hamilton, Raikkonen, okay, that's good stuff. And our teammate is currently in 9th place. Of course, we are quicker than him. Already done the qualifying simulation. I want to advance to qualifying.
As all the cars are now over the line, your top three again are Vettel, Hamilton, and Kimi Raikkonen. That concludes an interesting practice session. Let's hope for more excitement as the weekend unfolds.
So yeah, splitting the Red Bulls is cool, but I think they are going to improve their pace. Hã? Aonde? Aonde?
Sei lá, não está aqui.
Não está lá na sala. Eu não vou falar nenhum. Não, aquilo foi o avô na altura até.
Também foi para quê?
Para carregar o telemóvel.
Não foste tu, foi para ti.
Okay, oh, we can now have 3 upgrades working at the same time, even though I don't think I'm ever going to get those conditions, because I'm simply not getting enough resource points to get simultaneous developments done. So yeah, at least we filled up that development, that core competency. And we got over 1,000 points. So next is going to be Russia, so that's quite a power track, I feel. Oh, I want to go here. Yeah. Toro Rosso improved their aerodynamics past me. The chassis, I'm the worst in the chassis. Just a weight reduction, that could be good. I'm not sure if I should go for a rear wing upgrade, because Spain is after this one, and maybe I won't be able to get it. I'm going for a rear downforce upgrade, because Spain is a heavy aerodynamic track. And well, at Russia I can always slipstream other cars and benefit a lot from it. You don't benefit as much from it in Catalonia, so I'm going to improve the downforce of the car. Go back on it, and go into the qualifying session. We forgot to listen what Emma Jenkins had to say, but whatever. Let's let Crofty take it away in a moment.
We'd like to welcome you from wherever in the world you join us today for this F1 qualifying session here in Shanghai, China. When it comes to getting lap time out of this circuit, it's traditionally been about maximizing top speed. Do you simply remove as much downforce as possible, hang on in the corners and max out down the straights?
Top speed is a key factor for this circuit. Even if you can achieve the same lap time as someone running less wing than you, chances are you'll find overtaking difficult if you have too much drag.
Yeah, I certainly know about that one. I'm not sure if I should go with a bit higher rear wing. I'm going to. Not much I can do for now. This thing I can pump 2 laps in if I do any mistakes in the first one. Let's just drive out.
Lots of space.
That's not what I wanted to do. I know that. Let's drive out.
Mechanics, please stand clear. We're ready to go.
I don't have my phone with me, so I don't know what time it currently is. Oh well. Let me just check how the engine is doing for now. Yeah, the TC is going up to the to 20% after that qualifying program. Oh, only 10:45. Okay, I thought it was like 11:30 or something like that. I don't know who is following me in terms of track position. Oh, sorry guys. But yeah, I'm going to just chill. Let's see who that is. And then no, couldn't still make out who that was. Oh, that's a Renault. Oh no, that's Ricciardo. Oh my god. Ricciardo punted me. I'm going to do this so I can take his slipstream around the lap. I'm going to lose a bit through this first sector, but then I'm hoping to gain on him during the second one. Always tricky to put the power down throughout that second corner. But yeah, we need to get a good lap in early, because the rain is going to come eventually. Weather forecast. What? Weather forecast.
No rain expected. No rain expected for the time being.
Oh, that was a bad lap. Not feeling too happy about this one. I'll go for another. Yeah, I didn't even beat Massa, so...
You're into P3 on the grid.
Yeah, still much faster. There's someone stopped in the very quick left-hander right after this hairpin. Of course, you guys cannot see the minimap. But yeah, oh, looks like the guy already got going, so the incident is cleared.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
Lost a little bit to my previous lap during the second sector, but now putting in a better lap time. Ooh, controlling the back end very well. And yeah, I only got beaten 5/10 of a difference to Ricciardo then. Yeah, the Red Bulls are going to up their pace in comparison to the practice session for sure. Weather forecast.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected.
Lewis Hamilton topping Ricciardo. I didn't quite get the time he did, but well. It's coming through. It is no, it is Verline. I thought it was a Toro Rosso for a second. Apparently not. 2 more cars approaching me. Let's see. That's Bottas and is that Hamilton? That looked like the Mercedes. Yes, indeed, it is the British driver Lewis Hamilton. But yeah, guys, so I'm just interested in your opinion. Do you guys think Kvyat is going to have a racing seat at Toro Rosso next season? Because Sainz is going to leave, Gasly is probably going to get in, but there's still a seat open at Toro Rosso then. Oh. I think Kvyat is going to get that second seat at Toro Rosso, even though I don't think he deserves it too much. So okay, taking a look at our screen, we can see we are still in 3rd place, so good display so far. Where is Bottas? has he not completed his lap yet? Low, looks like not. Let me just check on him. Where is he? 24/7, 28/4. Yeah, and oh, 42. What? Oh, he's on softs, but still, how the hell? How the hell does Valtteri Bottas lose a second to me in the last sector? Okay. He's almost. Oh, sorry. Yeah, he's more than a second slower than his teammate.
1:34.9.
Even Verstappen got faster than Bottas. Maybe he got held up or something. I have no idea, honestly. So let's see. 10 minutes, still no rain in 10 minutes. In 15, still cloudy. So I don't think it's going to rain even in the second qualifying session. So if it rains, it's going to be in the third one for sure. So yeah, only in 30 minutes the rain starts falling down. So Raikkonen in pole for now, but what only counts is the Q3 results apparently. Oh, Sebastian Vettel didn't set a time? What? Let me see, did he crash out? Terminal damage and a grid penalty for Jolyon Palmer. Oh my god. Okay. Terminal damage for Sebastian Vettel, and Jolyon Palmer is going to get a 5th place grid penalty, so he's going to start last, I think, and that promotes Alonso to P15. But yeah, I mean, Jolyon Palmer is still not done with his qualifying session, so he can maybe get higher on the standings, and then Vettel will be starting last. So yeah, that's interesting. We got through. Some of the guys starting on going on softs for the first qualifying session. I would think if they wanted softs, they would do them in Q2, so they would start with them. But well, let's see how that goes. Let's see. Setup. Let's go for a second qualifying lap. I need to not screw this lap up. So I want these tires as fresh as possible once we go into the race, or for the start of the race. So I would like to not have too much mistakes on my flying lap, but let's see how that goes. Getting out of the garage right behind the Red Bull of Max Verstappen. Oh yeah, I am supposed to go down to lean mix, at least on this out lap. No needs to push the engine or the tires, for that matter. Oh, that's Grosjean behind me. Okay, so I'll be taking the slipstream off of him. Okay, so I'll wait for Grosjean to get by me. Go on, mate. Okay, let's start our Q2 qualifying lap. Let's see how that goes. Hopefully I can get a good tow from Grosjean around this lap. A little bit too wide there.
Need to return to the pits within the next couple of laps.
Went into fourth gear too soon, I think. Okay, so I would like to not be able to overtake him. But getting the slipstream and the DRS, let's see. Let's see. Oh, I broke in too soon. Okay, let me try that one again. Yeah, that was a bit too late. Going to get the slipstream off of him. 134.8.
Up to P3.
Much better than my previous flying lap. Hey Ruben, what is up? Welcome to the stream. I started the live stream a little bit later than what we were talking about yesterday, because there was the Malaysian Grand Prix started at 8 p.m. or at 8 a.m. So yeah, I was watching that. You were probably sleeping. But yeah, I don't know if you caught anything about the Malaysian Grand Prix. Maybe you can go like back and see it. It was a good race. Yeah, first drops of rain in 2 minutes time. Currently in P3, only behind Verstappen, and I am imagining Lewis Hamilton. Sorry. But yeah, the rain is going to start falling down soon, so we did well to set an early qualifying lap. And maybe the extra rear wing I got on my setup might help us during a wet weather qualifying session. Maybe we can get ourselves with a good position. Yeah, I would also like to sleep more, but I only slept around 3 hours. Oh, hey, Osku, welcome to the stream. Thanks a lot for joining us today. Yeah, we also have some other viewers from Finland. I think it's about 2 hours later in Finland. And yeah, it started at 10 a.m. for you. It started at around 8 a.m. for me. So I also had to get up early because it is election day here in Portugal and I had to go vote. What's 3 hours? No, not 3 hours. I think the difference from Finland to us is about 2 hours, not 3. Oh, the sleep? Yeah, I only slept 3 hours because my grandpa woke me up at 6 a.m. because he's going to the rooms where you vote. Like, he's going to be there on the tables doing the counting and of the votes and all that stuff. So, but he has like issues like breathing. His system is well, he has a disease, and sometimes the humidity in the air in the morning might screw him up. and he wanted me to give company to him on his way there, so I had to get up at 6 AM to go there, and then I just waited around for a bit, took my breakfast, and then voted at 8 AM when the voting places opened. So yeah, then I got home. I missed the first 15 laps of the Grand Prix, but yeah. So we have been beaten by a Ferrari, a Mercedes, and both Red Bulls quite handily. Massa splitting me and Grosjean, only 66 thousandths of a second separating me and the Brazilian. Oh, no problem, Osku. I understand. I understood what you said, so there's no problem really. But yeah, glad you're joining today. Thanks a lot. And yeah, we are just going to go fast forward. It is raining. I don't see any much more improvements. I don't know. Wait, why is Bottas? Oh, it's raining already. He got a 24.6. Let me see my place. 24.6 is still faster than me, even though there are some drops of rain on the screen. Let's see, 28.4 in the second sector. He's still faster than me, but last time out he lost quite a bit down this last sector. So let's see if he does better than his last qualifying performance in Q1. Let's see how that goes. But yeah, Sebastian Vettel very unlucky, a DNF in the first race of this season, and then in the second he's going to start from last because he crashed out after tangling with Jolyon Palmer. He didn't even set a lap in. Oh, thanks a lot. Oh, he put 41.5, so he beat me. But we were still slower down the straights, which I think they are running more wings than me. At least Valtteri Bottas is, because he's losing down the straights. He's still got enough. Well, as you can see, the higher wings are going to help him through the first and the second sectors. So they are gaining just enough to be able to edge me, even though I am faster down the straights, even though the straights are quite long. Yeah, looks like that is it. Going to skip to the end of the session. I'm going to get beat by the Ferraris, the Mercedes and the Red Bulls apparently. But yeah, Osku, thanks a lot for the subscription. Sometimes I got alerts for when people subscribe, but sometimes they do not work. I don't know why. So well, looks like it didn't work with you, unless we hear Vettel shout in celebration in a second. But yeah, we got through, and knocked out were Esteban Ocon, followed by his teammate Sergio Perez. Jolyon Palmer actually got himself up to P13, so with his 5th place grid penalty for his crash with Vettel, Palmer is going to start from 18th place, then Kvyat qualifying 14th, and Carlos Sainz is the last one of the knocked out drivers in Q2. And now let's proceed into the top 10 shootout, and let's see, in a wet qualifying third qualifying session, let's see who gets it done. I'm going right to the track, going to drive out. Oh, thanks a lot. Yeah, let's see. By the way, if any of you guys don't know, this is my assists. I have everything off except the racing line, and I also, where is it, the race settings, I'm running ultimate difficulty. 101 is the first setting of ultimate difficulty. I have all the assists off, and yeah, that's my settings for those of you who are new to the stream and most likely do not know about that stuff yet. Oh, and we have that is Valtteri Bottas, if I'm not mistaken, right behind us. So I'm going to chill on the tires a bit, going to maybe block Bottas, and hopefully he can give me a good stow, because even though he's faster through the first and second sectors, I feel like I can make the difference. I think I am good in the rain. At least last year I came home in 10th with a very poor Haas in the first season, and I could have gotten 8th or 9th but I was in a battle in the last couple of laps. I was in a battle with Felipe Massa, I think, or maybe Stroll. It was one of the Williams, and at the exit of the last hairpin, he lost the back end, I think, and he touched me. I managed to control the car, but I had to go down to the grass, and then cost me a place to not only Stroll himself, but also to Sergio Perez, I believe that it was. And so I got demoted. No, that's actually Hamilton. I thought it was Bottas. But yeah, the championship leader, the last season championship winner, and the current championship leader is the guy behind me for this flying lap. I'm just going to chill down in lane mix, let him get by me. And without, oh no, we still have DRS, I forgot. Yeah, we are still on the dry tires, so we do have DRS on our cars available for use. Oh my god, the braking pressure is quite high. Let me just do that again so I don't wreck my front tires. Yeah, I have quite high brake pressure, so yeah, that might hinder me a little bit. But let's see, I'm going now up to max fuel mix. Oh my god, yeah, I'm locking up everywhere. Jesus, I have too high of brake pressure. Let's see. Let's try to cope with that. That braking pressure is not going to help us too much. Oh, let's try to make the car turn in as well as we possibly can, losing the back end, but on the traction zone out of this corner. Let's see how the car behaves. Getting some snaps of oversteer, but nothing that cannot be corrected. Still fairly close to Hamilton. I thought he was going to be further away at this point, especially with our struggles hitting the brakes, since the brake pressure is very high here in the Haas car. I think I'm running lighter, lower wings than the other guy, so if I can stick with Hamilton through this first sector, I can maybe get something done down the back straight. Let's see how that goes. Losing the back end slightly as I upshift onto a fourth gear, and now let's approach this very technical set of corners. I don't really like them, they are a nightmare to me sometimes, but let's see how that goes with the wet conditions under traction. The car tries to lose the back end from me, but I am pulling through, getting the power down fairly well. Looks like Hamilton got a better exit, so I'm not going to benefit from the slipstream, but I benefited in the first couple of sectors, so that is okay. Going down the corner. Ah, the back end stepping out too much. I thought I was able to control it by counter steering a bit. I like to make the car lose the back end on the exit of tight corners like this. It's just a thing I like to do. I think it helps the car turn. So I'm really fighting the car at this point. 5/10 separating me from Lewis Hamilton, but 5/10 to a Mercedes is not too much of a gap, considering only the Ferraris can get that close to them, I think. Hülkenberg set a fastest lap slower than mine, so at least the Renault is not going to be able to overtake me. Raikkonen, yeah, the Ferraris and the Mercedes are just in a league of their own, so maybe I can split or even start in front of the Red Bull cars. Let's see, Grosjean also behind me, but faster than the Renault driver of Nico Hülkenberg. So let's see, once the Red Bulls starting crossing the line, I think they're going to be faster than Grosjean, but hopefully slower than me. At least I was faster than Verstappen. I don't know what kind of lap time Ricciardo is going to make. I'm only going to know if he ends up beating Verstappen, because if he's behind Verstappen, I won't get notified. Like, dude, I went out of the track for you to get by. Go by. No, I'm not. Go by. Leave me alone. Oh, come on, Hulkenberg. Yeah, they're doing that because they were on a in lap themselves. I'm going to let this guy by. It looks like a Ferrari. That's Raikkonen. Yes, it is. Oh, yeah, he's on his out lap as well. So yeah, there's not really too much harm in that. I blocked him a bit, but yeah, I thought I was a bit further away from the corner when he overtook me, but well, he's already done his flying lap, so that's okay.
Track will be drying out quite soon. Mind you don't burn out your tires.
Well, track drying out quite soon. If it does, I'm going to need to go out on this set of tires because I won't be wasting any other sets. So yeah, Grosjean I think is still in 5th as he just went past me. No one in the straight. I'm just conserving the tires and the engine as much as I possibly can. Also not shifting to not give wear to the gearbox. As you can see, that is my current percentage of wear in the power unit and the gearbox as well.
Roman's currently P5.
Roman P5, so maybe Ricardo either didn't set a lap yet or got beat by Grosjean. Let's see how that goes. Oh yeah, just checking a thing just quickly here in the I don't think I get my name on the side of the car. Maybe it is on the other side. Maybe it is on the other side of the car. I know that at least Grosjean has it on the other side of the car, so I don't know if I do. I don't have my controller with me, so I cannot rotate the camera and check for myself. But yeah. Not too much of a big deal anyways, so. The good thing now is that now I can have my name on the side of the garage that I am going into. Because in last season I would only see Grosjean's name, but now since I have been promoted to first driver, I can now see my name. So that's good now. Still in P3 at the moment. The guys put that screen in front of me. Maybe it just doesn't update until that animation is completed, but let's see. Looks like everything is done. Still in P3, it's going to stop raining in 5 minutes.
So far,
I'm not sure about that.
1 minute 47.6.
Yeah, Ricardo without the fastest lap yet. Let's just keep tabs on his lap. He's currently on his out lap. Let's see, maybe someone who is closer. Valtteri Bottas is at the end of his out lap, so let's keep him in check. Only Ricardo, Massa and Bottas have not posted lap times yet. I'm not sure if the track is going to dry out. I know that the rain is going to stop, but only after 5 minutes. I don't know if the times are going to improve themselves. So yeah, let's check Valtteri Bottas, who has already started. I mean, he's very close to the start of his flying lap. They look like they are struggling under the conditions with the dry tires. Okay, so let's check his flying lap. Let's see how he does the approach into turn 1. They downshift much more aggressively than me and they don't lose the back end. Well, whatever. Yeah, clean getaway from the second corner. Let's see his time at the end of the first sector. It is going to be at 27.4. Mine was at 28.2, so he's already faster than me. He's posting the fastest one so far, I think. So let's see, is the times dropping or is it just Bottas being quick? I don't know. I think he got higher aerodynamic load, because Bottas was losing to me on a straight line, so I think he's betting on this rain to get a good position at the start. So at the second sector he is posting a 31.9. 31.9, yeah, that's massively quick, almost 2 seconds quicker, almost. But yeah, let's see how much he loses down this straight. He obviously has a higher aerodynamic load. I don't know to what extent the times are dropping because of the track conditions themselves. So let's see. So it's going to be a close one until the end of the session to see who gets into pole. I think he's also beating Hamilton so far, so he might be on pace to a pole lap. Let's see. It's going to be a 1:43.6, which gives him provisorily pole, and yeah, all greens. So Daniel Ricciardo, Massa is still there, Ricciardo is down the stretch, 28.5, losing to me, 30.6, gaining to me on the second sector. Let's see how Ricciardo does now in the third sector. Is he going to be able to beat me? Let's see. He's going up to second place, so he is indeed able to beat me. Where is Massa now? Massa, let's follow. And he is going to post first, so the times are certainly dropping. And we are going to be caught out. Yeah, that was bad.
As we wind down from the
yeah, we are going to start in P10.
Here's a look at your top 3. Hamilton, Raikkonen and Max Verstappen. It's time to leave for now, but we'll be back tomorrow when the Grand Prix itself gets underway.
Yeah, unfortunately we got cut out. We wouldn't go out in time. But well, we are going to start from P10. It's still good to be in the top 10. We were severely beaten by Grosjean, so that is going to give me a knock in terms of the not the expectations from the team, but the bar there that tells me if I'm underachieving or overachieving. I'm currently exceeding the expectations. I'm in the purple. That's why I got the first driver position myself. Even though I beat every single target, got quite a few sum of points there. Still beating Daniel Kvyat by quite a bit. And yeah, I beat the Assassin goal, but then got beaten by Grosjean, so it stays the same, so that's good. And let's listen to what Emma Jenkins has to say.
Hi, it's Emma here. Just wanted to let you know what the team are hoping for in the race.
So, finished the race in 11th and beat Daniel Kvyat, so I think that's something that's very achievable, as we are going to head down into the race, and once again I'll let Crofty take the spot for the intro.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and Kimi Raikkonen completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Grosjean, Nico Hülkenberg, and Stroll, Massa, Bottas, Ricciardo, and a Haas, Ocon, Perez, Jolyon Palmer, and Kvyat, Sainz, Alonso, Stoffel Van Dorn, and Pascal Wehrlein. Ericsson and Sebastian Vettel starts from the back of the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Okay, that's very weird. Palmer should get a penalty.
We're higher on the grid than we expected. Let's see if we can do even better.
Okay, that is the expectation. So let's see how that goes. Okay, so let's get ready, guys. The race is going to start. We don't have a formation lap, so we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Lights out, and away we go for the Chinese Grand Prix. We got a very good start on Ricciardo, already past the Australian driver Ocon, also getting the jump on Ricciardo. Let's see on the approach into turn 1. We didn't find a spot on the inside. but Bottas is getting a squabble there with some Williams. Stroll very slow as well, so he's going to get back at me, but let's see. We have a warning for contact with him. Stroll comes back at me, so a good defensive maneuver from him. Grosjean dropping back into P5. Bottas side by side with Massa down into the airpin. I'm going to dive on Stroll. Let's see how that goes. He gives me the corner and I take it up to P6 as now Hülkenberg is battling Grosjean down these very quick left and right hand corners. Looks like Grosjean got the upper hand in this instance, but let's see. Maybe Hülkenberg will strike back, and those battling might get me able to pick up the pieces. And yeah, let's go. I'm still able to be on rich mix, still over the fuel amount I need to get into the end of the Grand Prix. So let's see now what I can do to get Hülkenberg getting the slipstream, I think. Yeah, that was a good start so far. P10 up to P6. But yeah, the front row, I think that's Hamilton just pulling away massively. Hülkenberg is also benefiting from the slipstream of my French teammate, so that's not ideal. Raikkonen battling with Verstappen. Looks like the Ferrari driver got the upper end in this distance. Hamilton is just like Australia, pulling away really hard, really. And yeah, we just completed the first lap and we got 5 laps in our first lap, so that is a very good start, at least for my standards. The car starting to lose the back end under braking. Of course, the heavier fuel tank is going to mean more weight and more pressure on the suspension and the rubber on the tires, so more load on them. So we need to be quite smooth with the weight transfer movements throughout the first couple of stints, as we are now starting to hunt down my teammate. Raikkonen is starting to pull away a little bit from Max Verstappen. So let's see if we can catch up this trio that is currently in front. Well, thanks a lot, Ruben. That was good. So yeah, let's see. Grosjean starting, Verstappen, I mean, himself starting to pull away from Grosjean. Grosjean is still a little bit of a car's length over me, so let's see how that one develops. Okay, let's see. I would like to still be in a slipstream range of Grosjean. If not, maybe just DRS would be good. Let's see. Lewis Hamilton with another fastest lap of the race. And yeah, now the DRS is going to be enabled. So yeah, we have the opportunity to get something done now. Let's see. Closing in on Grosjean through the first couple of corners. So looks like we have better cornering ability than our teammate. And he has caught up to Verstappen a little bit. Raikkonen is just starting to pull away. I think Raikkonen is the only one who can bring the fight to the British driver of the Mercedes, who is just dominating the start of the season. He set pole, fastest lap and the race win last time around in Australia. He did not only lead for the entirety of the race because he pitted quite early, and that demoted him down to P5 after the first pit stop he made. Oh, did it? Give me a second, guys. Let me open the... No, it's good for me. So just to refresh the page, at least in my OBS, the internet's like the kilobytes or whatever they are called for seconds. The bitrate is consistent, and maybe it was just something wrong with your internet, Ruben. Maybe just refresh the page, press F5, and things should be good for now. Grosjean gave me a little bit in Q2. Is it still stopped? I'll just check you guys. Is it...
Okay.
Okay, so in case it was, I would only have text to contact them, so yeah. To answer your question, Nreg, Grosjean, like in the qualifying session it was raining, but then it started, the rain started to stop, so the guys who made late laps got higher in the grid because the track conditions improved. I got caught out, I started in P10 and Grosjean qualified in P4. So yeah, that's how he is up to P4. Okay, let's now try to approach Grosjean. Maybe he can battle with the young Dutchman. Let's see how that goes. Ooh, the backhand's trying to kill me in that instance. Looks like Grosjean has eased up a little bit. I don't think I am on DRS range, but let's see. Yeah, I don't have anything. Maybe Grosjean has compared to Verstappen, but let's see. Yeah, Hamilton is just blowing everyone away. Raikkonen is starting to do the same, so maybe a two-way scrap for the race win. Vettel is starting from last, so he's going to make his way through the field. Oh, the backhand! Woo! Managed to catch it. It's still complaining, the backhand. I didn't even put much throttle or brake input, and it was still complaining after that initial save. Oh well. .2 seconds is the gap to Romain Grosjean. Yeah, I have been watching Initial D, so the only thing I have left is the only thing I need is the aero beat kicking in, and I will be much faster. Ah, come on. That cost me quite a lot of time to Grosjean. He's going to get slipstream off of Verstappen, well, as well as DRS, so he's still keeping in touch with the young Dutchman. But yeah, I need to pick up my pace in order to be able to keep in touch with those two. I would like to get the podium position done. I missed out just barely in Australia with a 4th place finish. So yeah. Okay, that was a good corner there in terms of traction. Grosjean lost a little bit of time to the Dutchman, to Max Verstappen. Let's see. A little bit too wide on the entry to the hairpin. Much better last corner than last time out. 1.4, so I gained 0.2 last lap.
We're seeing a gap form.
Yeah, that's good. I'm pulling away from Hulkenberg. Could have been quicker on the exit of turn 2. 1.8, yeah, I lost 0.4 to Grosjean in the first sector alone. That's not really too healthy, but well. Turn in! Come on, car! Work with me. Come on. Well, I just did a Valtteri Bottas, it looks like. I have understeer and then it turns on to oversteer. Like the corner before I have understeer and now in this one I have oversteer. Well.
Gap to car in front is 1.6 seconds.
Yeah, I think Verstappen is starting to pull away. I could be battling with those two right now. But well, I made some mistakes. Let's see how the gap is. 1.2.
Okay, the gap behind is 5.6 seconds.
Could have been faster once again. I could have gone on to second gears a little bit later, but well. Yeah, once again, 1.8. 5.4. Hulkenberg started pulling away from the group that was behind him. See, like, why? I didn't even touch the curb, I think. I don't know if Grosjean is still on DRS range. I'll guess so, but don't know at this point. Oh, come on. 1.2 again, so the gap is being consistent lap after lap. I think Raikkonen has closed in on Hamilton. Now that's what I wanted to do all along. Much closer to those two. Noticeably much closer. Okay, that's what I wanted to do all along. That was the trajectory, I just wasn't getting it quite right. Okay, I think now I can get on the DRS range. Let's see now if we are. I think so, but let's see. No, not yet, okay. At least I'm faster than him down this last sector. Now I have DRS, okay, now we are starting to get something done. 6/10 is the gap between me and my teammate Romain Grosjean. After a DNF in the first round of the season in Australia, he's looking to bounce back with a good display, and currently both Haas cars are in the top 5, which is a good result. Yeah, quite a gap, I'm sure as well. .4 seconds to Hülkenberg, so that is very good. Let's see if we get oversteer. No, I mean we got on the exits, but yeah, that's nothing that is too out of control. Turn. Okay. Very big braking zone now. DRS once again. I think Grosjean got back on Verstappen. He's closing in a bit after I started closing in on the Frenchman. Yeah, we are quite close to each other now. I didn't quite get the turn in I was expecting. I wanted to do a switchback on Grosjean, get better traction on the exits. I carried too much speed through there. Maybe going down to second gear would have worked out better, but yeah. Sometimes you just don't know, you go for it, you try to test the waters, so to speak. And yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. But nevertheless, I know where I'm quicker. Went a little bit too high there, but still managed to keep it within track limits. DRS once again. Oh, Grosjean taking a peek at the inside of Verstappen, backed out from the move because he ran out of space to get alongside, but still the intention is there. Bottas overtook Hülkenberg, and Bottas is now up to P6. Yeah, Verstappen going side by side with Grosjean. Oh, that was quite a scary moment from the French driver. We had to slow down. He covered the inside line quite well there. So yeah, but yeah, quite a scary moment from the French driver. Contact with Verstappen, some argy-bargy there.
Hamilton has the lead.
Yeah, Hamilton has the lead, followed by Kimi Raikkonen. I don't know how closely the Finnish driver is following the Mercedes driver, but well. Oh my god. I think I'm shifting to fourths a bit too soon. Oh, that was a bit too early on the turning point. Keep it inside. Okay, that one at least we did. Yeah, Grosjean lost quite a bit to Verstappen now. Going to be able to just make up some fuel in this situation. Oh! Grosjean heading down onto the pits. They're going to get the RS.
Just entered the pits. Roman in the pits.
How is our tire? Oh yeah, our tires are a little bit shot. Okay, so Grosjean pitting earlier. Oh, some yellow flags. Who is DNFing? Is it Bottas? Or did Bottas spin? I don't know. Oh, Valtteri Bottas. Yes, Valtteri Bottas is out of the race. In Australia, Ferrari showed lack of reliability, but now it's the Mercedes engines. At least one of them. Oh, I got distracted. I went into... Give me a second. I went too wide because I was looking at the minimap like a noob. But yeah, Valtteri Bottas, after a decent qualifying performance, out of the Grand Prix. Disappointing for him. Of course, Hülkenberg gets promoted to a top 5 place. But yeah. Let's go for a rich mix. I don't know if I have DRS. I don't think so, but let's see. At least going to get the slipstream. Oh, we do get DRS. Oh my god, the closing speeds. Ricciardo-esque maneuver on Verstappen. Woohoo! The backhand there, trying to kill me. Box this lap.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Okay, let's see.
Safety car, virtual safety car. Reduce speed immediately and keep a positive delta.
Ooh, the timing.
Go now.
Well, that was a bad release, but still good timing on that one.
Okay, you only have to stop once now. One stop left. Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. Wait for green.
Oh, we are already out, so close after the message, okay. Usually it takes a little bit faster. Yeah, that was a good one, especially with the timing from Fernando Alonso getting out of the Grand Prix and deploying the virtual safety car. Now everyone else has a pit stop to make, and just look on... sorry, you guys cannot see the minimap, but yeah, Grosjean is like a corner behind me, but he has 2 cars in front of him. And yeah, I gained massively on Verstappen probably as well, so I'm going to hopefully get the RS off of Kvyat, and let's see how that turns out. Kvyat is on super softs, he's going to get better traction, but those are quite worn out, so hopefully I can get something done. No DRS, but still the slipstream is being quite effective compared to the Russian Toro Rosso. It is also Renault powered, so we obviously have an edge with our Ferrari power unit. Okay, I don't think I need rich mix. Come on!
Our gap behind is 3.8 seconds.
Grosjean should see this and learn a thing or two about how to overtake. He was even further along Verstappen when he tried this maneuver. But yeah, Grosjean should review this overtaking maneuver and learn a thing or two. Also, Kvyat should learn a thing or two as well about how to overtake someone on the inside through there without torpedoing someone. Oh, there's quite a battle between Perez. Is that a Ferrari? Is that Vettel? I think that is Vettel in front of Perez. No, that is a Red Bull of Ricciardo. Okay, I'm dumb. The Red Bull of Ricciardo sandwiched between both Force Indias. Let's see, both of them not Williams, Mercedes powered compared to the Renault powered Red Bull of Danny Rick. Let's see how that goes. We still do not have the DRS, but looks like Perez is going to try a maneuver on the inside of the Australian. The Australian himself has DRS, a little bit of smoke coming out of Perez as he locks up. He's side by side with Ocon. Now let's see who gets the better. Oh, Ricciardo and Perez into the pits. Ocon, he went into the pits and still forced Ocon into a not very good line into turn 1, into that last corner, which is questionable from the team, but well, at least it's quite realistic. Those two have not been helping each other too much in this season, right? So yeah. Okay, why am I in 4th gear down here? Oh, Sebastian Vettel with a 138.7. So quite a fast lap from the German driver who started last and is making his way through the field. Ocon in P5 right in front of me. Of course, most of the guys in front have not yet made their pit stops. Especially Verstappen is the one I'm keeping my eye on the most. I'm going in the next straight. I'm going to show you guys the race director, see how everything stands at the moment. Ocon is very slow through there. So yeah, I had to slow down a bit myself, but yeah, let's just see. So Max Verstappen is still leading. Lewis Hamilton came into the pits as well as Kimi Raikkonen, and they are both 2nd and 3rd. Nico Hülkenberg and Esteban Ocon still to make their pit stops. Then Jolyon Palmer behind me and Carlos Sainz still to make their pit stops. Romain Grosjean got stuck behind them and is currently in P9. Then we have Marcus Ericsson in P10, but also still to make his pit stop. Then we have Lance Stroll, Felipe Massa, Sebastian Vettel up to P13. Then Stoffel Van Dorn, Daniel Ricciardo, Sergio Perez, Daniel Kvyat, Pascal Wehrlein and Fernando Alonso, as well as Valtteri Bottas are DNF'd. So Pascal Wehrlein is currently the last driver racing still, and yeah, we are currently at lap 16 out of 56, so approximately 40 laps to go, so plenty of racing to be had still here at the Shanghai International Circuit, here at the Chinese Grand Prix, as we are going to get DRS and the slipstream. We are going to chill on lane mix, save a bit of fuel, as we have the slipstream and the DRS to compensate for that one. Going back onto the standards, try not to lock up. Didn't lock up too harshly. Kimi Raikkonen setting a fastest lap right after Lewis Hamilton, and Hülkenberg is diving onto the pits. There was someone else in front of him, I don't think he is. But let's see, I think that's Verstappen in the pits at the moment. Yeah, as Hamilton made a move for first according to Jeff. And yeah, Verstappen is going to get undercut by me, so he's going on a second set of the super soft tires, so he's going to close in on me quite rapidly, I am assuming, but nevertheless that pit stop immensely helped me. Verstappen is coming out of the pits still ahead of Romain Grosjean, with some car in the middle of them who has not still made their pit stop, and I don't know who that is obviously, but yeah, that's going to make things harder for my teammate to get past the Dutch driver. I'm not even sure if he's going to have a chance anymore, since Grosjean is on the softs and Verstappen just came out on a set of the super soft tires fitted onto his car. Yeah, that virtual safety car benefited me quite a bit, and just look at the... Oh, sorry, you guys cannot see it, but Verstappen has pulled off quite a gap in the first sector alone to Grosjean, because Grosjean is held up by a car who has not made their pit stop yet. So that's unfortunate for my teammate, but still my teammate is in 5th. So, well, net 5th after the car that is in front of him makes his pit stop. So yeah, we still have both us cars in the top 5, so that is always good. Going once again around this hairpin to complete lap. Oh. I know, Jeff, that is the super soft tire on the car behind, as we are going now to complete lap 17, and at the start of lap 18 we are 13 seconds behind Raikkonen and 3 seconds flat in front of Max Verstappen. Well, let's try to go smoothly around this first corner, so that went good, I think. Let's try not to lose the back end too much on the power, which we managed to control the back end. We understeered a little bit, but well.
Our gap to the car in front is 13.7 seconds.
Still, Verstappen got me 3 tenths just in the first sector. One thing is catching up to me, the other thing is overtaking me though. I feel like I'm quite good at holding AI up. But let's see how that goes. Finally, Grosjean is released from whoever was holding him up, but he's like 5 seconds. Not, well, I mean, maybe not 5, but around 3 or 4 seconds behind Verstappen, so hence that gap is only going to increase.
Right, some information on Hamilton. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Okay, a good opportunity to us then. Lewis Hamilton with issues to his car coming into the pits, so maybe a puncture or something, is going into the pits nevertheless, giving the leads of the race to Kimi Raikkonen and making us get promoted up to P2. Let's see. Let's see, I'm actually going there to just see what happened to him. Can we see? What? Oh, he had the rear. Yeah, he had a right. Not a right, but a left rear puncture. So that's going to be also quite a slow pit stop for a Mercedes. And yeah, that is it for now. And he's going to come out of the pits behind my teammate, as Max Verstappen with the fastest lap of the race so far. So he is definitely on a mission to recover the time he lost with my pit stop under the virtual safety car. Sebastian Vettel going to top that time right after with a 1:29.3, if I saw that correctly. But yeah, nevertheless, the fight is on. Vettel wants desperately to get back to the field, and Verstappen wants to get back at me and up to P2. And the thing is, we must not fight too harshly, because that is only going to make the life easier for Lewis Hamilton. I'm not even sure what tires he set onto his car. Let us just take a look for a second. He set super soft, so he's another set of super soft, so he's going to be massively quick. And yeah, that's going to be fun. Oh, I hope Grosjean holds him up quite a bit, because I'm getting a feeling that Verstappen is going to put me under immense pressure. Oh, come on, I touched the curb on the outside, that gives you immense understeer. Oh yeah, now Verstappen got a better exit, he has the momentum, he's going to have the DRS, yes he is going to have DRS, the slipstream going to have rich mix probably as well. And yeah, let's just see how quickly he tries to make an overtaking maneuver on me. Not going to promise that will work against me though. I know how to brake later than the AI and still make clean defensive maneuvers, so let's see. 15 seconds to Kimi Raikkonen, so he's definitely faster. But are those guys going for a super soft race? Because if they can, I can also go super soft, right? I'm hoping so anyway. You know, we have a very feisty Red Bull filling up my mirrors at the moment. Hamilton is still not caught up with Romain Grosjean from what I can see on the minimap. I still see a lonely Grosjean there. Ooh, Maxi, he's so... Jesus. Come on, kid, show me what you've got. I can call him kid, he's 2 years younger than me, so... Yeah, the Ferrari power unit is a little bit too much against your Renault one, even though you have DRS. So yeah, it just needs to not give you the slipstream and everything will be fine. So I'm going to be using lane mix on the first sector because I need to recover some fuel. As you guys can see, I'm with a deficit of 0.22 laps of fuel or thereabouts. Oh, should have gone on to third gear, I didn't. Hopefully Verstappen didn't find a space to get his car in. Okay, once again, he's now trying to cover to the left to get the slipstream. Let's see how that goes. He's closing in, definitely. But he's going to tuck right behind me as we approach the braking zone, and he does not have space enough to make a maneuver. He could have always dive. He could always dive me, but looks like he's not up for that. If he tries anything, I'm just going to hold it around the outside, or at least I would like to. Oh, come on, I wanted to go for the switchback, but I was still in 6th gear. Damn, I'm dumb. Yeah. Okay. Well, Red Bull chassis and the aerodynamics OP. No, but he's going on a shorter stint, so I don't really care. I just need to be able to keep tabs on the gap and keep maybe getting the RS. And if I can do that, that is going to be fine for me. Once he makes his pit stop. Because he's going to be on the soft, I'm going to be on the super soft, so I'm hoping I can be faster than him. That's the plan anyways. I would like to get a podium, that would be cool. Okay, lap 23 is now starting. Not too bad on the tire wear department. Yeah, it's already 2.1 seconds the gap between me and Verstappen, so Hamilton has already gone past Grosjean, so he's now going to start to hunt me. Let's see how that goes. He's gaining around
4.7 seconds.
4.7 is the gap to Grosjean. Looks like Verstappen is gaining on me around 6 tenths per lap, so that's decent, but still I don't think that it's too much considering the difference in tire compounds. Went in too late. I carried a bit too much speed onto the corner. The car understeered a little bit. The front tires were struggling for traction there.
The car in front is 3.7 seconds.
Okay, 3.8 stands to Verstappen, so almost a second in this particular lap. I'm still improving my first sector times. Only lost 1/10 there to Verstappen. Driver behind.
Hamilton behind. The gap to the car behind is 1.6 seconds. They're on old super softs. We think they've got one more stop. They seem to have an issue. The time last lap was a 1:38.3.
Like, they are not having an issue anymore. His issue was the puncture. Like, he's not having issues anymore, I think. If he's closing in that rapidly and he still has issues, then that's a fast Mercedes there. Yeah, I'm still improving my lap times, so Grosjean pulling away and Hamilton closing in are pushing me to be faster at this circuit, so I think that is working.
At the moment, the car behind us is lapping faster than us by around 1 second per lap.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I certainly do need to stop one more time. I'm going to fit a set of super softs, while Hamilton and Verstappen are going for a set of softs. So. %21 of tire wear, that's not too bad. Let's see. Well, there's also been a battle between Vettel and Grosjean for that 4th place spot. Yes, because the mandatory tires are the softs or the mediums, and they have not fitted any of those yet, so they have to make another pit stop. And not only that, but they have only used one compound. You have to use at least 2 compounds during the race, unless it rains, but it hasn't rained, so they need to use at least 2 different tire compounds, and they have only used super softs so far, so they need to either use a set of mediums or softs to not get disqualified. So they definitely need to stop once again. And when that time comes, I'm going to be going out on a set of the super soft tires, so I'm hoping to be able to get good things done. Yeah, you can come at me. Damn it, I went too wide, I went on the curb. Damn it.
Okay, at the current pace and fuel settings, we won't have enough fuel for the end of the race. Consider lowering the fuel mix.
If I broke as late as they do, I would automatically lose the back end. Yes. They have already used 2 sets of super softs, so they now need to go onto the softs or the medium, otherwise they get disqualified. So yeah, that was unfortunate. I could have gotten back on Hamilton around the outside of the hairpin, but yeah, I put my wheels on the curbing and that is quite slippery, so... Well, my strategy might be better, but they have a superior car, so maybe if they are quick enough, maybe the tire difference isn't enough. They might still be faster with their softs compared to me on super softs. I know the strategy on paper is better, but the difference in performance of the cars might just be able to make their strategy work, even though I believe it is a worse strategy than what I am currently running.
Okay, distance to teammate 3.2 seconds. Our gap to the car in front is 1.8 seconds.
Because looks like we are coming up to a lapped car. I think that's one of the Saubers. I don't know where Vettel went to, but he might have pitted, because Grosjean is no longer fighting anyone. And I'm keeping similar pace to what Grosjean is running. Oh.
Slow down and maintain a positive delta. Virtual safety car is deployed.
Who retired? I didn't notice. Oh, Vettel! Vettel! For the second race in a row, Vettel is out of the race. Some argy-bargy there. Between Ricciardo and Massa. Oh. Oh. Interesting stuff there. So both of them were like out. I can't look behind. Okay, whatever. Whatever.
Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
Oh well, at least I'm using this to recover some fuel, which is important at least, so... Can say that this is not a welcome...
Maintain positive delta until the green flags.
Come on, game! Fuck this shit! Oh. How slow do I need to be?
Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. Wait for green.
I'm even starting out in 6th gear. That's how much attention I need to pay to the freaking Delta. Because it's now choppy instead of being real time like it was last year. For fuck's sake, you are always reacting to it with a delay. Because it just switches instead of being real time.
Caution, caution.
Like the freaking deltas you have in the... No, not even in the practice sessions you have a real time delta. No, not even there. Yeah, so... I really dislike the way they did the delta this year. But yeah, Sebastian Vettel with the second DNF in a row.
Okay, you're dropping a few tenths per lap to the car ahead. They're edging away.
Well, not much I can do currently, so... Need to lift off a little bit here and there so I can conserve the fuel. I can't even get the RS off of that Sauber. Oh well. Kimi Räikkönen, the race leader, with a new fastest lap of the race. now I have DRS. Oh, someone is in the pits. Is that Hamilton? Yes, it is. It looks like it is Lewis Hamilton. Oh, Romain Grosjean is opening for me. So thank you very much. Hey King! Hey Silva, welcome to the stream once again. Currently having quite a good race, as we qualified in P10 because the rain started stopping at Q3, and that meant that we got caught out. Everyone else was doing faster laps, so we qualified in 10th, but a good start got us up to P3. Also, when we made our pit stop, Fernando Alonso DNF'd and a virtual safety car occurred, so yeah, they had to slow down, and I gained almost a free pit stop. And yeah, I got a gap to Verstappen that I jumped up to P2. Then he overtook me because he was on super softs. Then Hamilton had a puncture, came out of the pits on super softs, also overtook me, but he's now back into the pits, so maybe he's going now for a set of the softs until the end of the race. Verstappen is taking a bit longer on his super soft set, so let's see when is he going to dive onto the pits. He's not too far away from me. He's like what, 9? Yeah, Verstappen is in the pits right now. My tires are fairly healthy. 13 seconds to Raikkonen, who I think he has only done one pit stop. Let us just see. No, he has already made his second one. Okay, so me and Grosjean are still to stop. So let's see. I'm going to stop onto a set of super softs. I think Grosjean is going on to another set of softs. So I'm not sure. Lap it is 33, so 23 laps to go. I can take this. I think I can take this at least 5 more laps. But I'm not sure. Oh, a little bit of a lock-up into there. Raikkonen is pulling away quite fast. He's just on another level today. He qualified in P2, but with the problems from Hamilton, he has inherited the lead. And yeah, both Bottas and Vettel have DNF'd. Vettel has DNF'd for the second race in a row. Oh, the back end's trying to step out of from under me. Lewis Hamilton now with the fastest lap of the race so far, a 137.0 if I saw that correctly. I have myself a quite healthy gap to Romain Grosjean. But he's been... no, he just overtook Sauber to lap him. Oh, the back end. Now I'm going on to another set of softs. I cannot do this. The rear tires are already starting to complain a bit, so box this lap.
Understood, stopping this lap.
Set soft tires.
Roger that, soft tyres at the next pit stop.
Going to get undercut by Verstappen and Hamilton, but well, not much I can do.
has just crossed into the pits.
Oh.
He's in the pits.
Well, there goes maybe the top 5 finish for him as Verstappen goes by. Hamilton just posted the fastest lap of the race.
Go, go, go. You'll be racing on the exit.
2.5 second pit stop, so very decent indeed.
To speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
I would really like to have a full-on safety car, but well, I think we've already gotten like 2 or maybe 3 virtual safety cars. No actual safety car so far, but Lance Stroll up to P5 with Grosjean going into the pits the same time I was going into them myself. It looks like Grosjean is right behind the Canadian, so looks like I'm in a bit of a no man's land at the moment unless something happens. I'd like to get a podium, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get those guys. I was hoping to go for a super soft, super soft, but after 30% the tires start to complain a little bit, so there's no need to further punish these tires to compromise the end of the soft stint just to try to be faster than the other guys in the last stint, because they were going on softs because they made 2 stints of the super soft tires at the beginning. I'm not even sure if I am going to be able to be faster than Hamilton or Verstappen if I go onto a set of super softs at the end. The difference in performance from the car might just cover that, so Grosjean up to P5 now that Lance Stroll has come into the pits, I think. But yeah. Better to be safe than sorry. With the tires complaining, I might have done some mistake and just crashed out, so I'm still improving my lap times, but just not by enough. Grosjean lost 5 seconds to me with him being stacked behind me into the pits. Car condition.
Okay, we should be good on tyres for a while. Wear doesn't seem too bad at the moment. Just take care when you load them up. There's less tyre deg than we feared. They should last a while. So the gap to our teammate is 7.4 seconds.
Okay, 19 laps left. Time just flies. We are already in lap 37. Oh, I forgot. I should have dropped down onto 3rd gear, but oh well. Oh, put too much throttle on the transition from the left-hander to the right-hander. I was understeering a bit. I think we are catching up to the second. I mean, that might not be the second Sauber, because we lapped him, then we went into the pits. This might be the same Sauber actually, but yeah, we are coming up on a Sauber.
12.7 seconds.
Yeah, 12.7 to Hamilton. So see, if you brake as late as they brake themselves, we automatically lose the back end. So I don't know why the AI can brake that late into the first corner, but oh well. That's something we have to deal with. We just need to be faster in other areas of the track. Verline in P17, so last places. There are only 17 runners at the moment. Like, why are you not giving me the place? You are blue flagged, so I don't really understand that one, but well.
Raikkonen's in first place.
Yeah, Raikkonen is in first place, followed by Verstappen, then Hamilton, then me and Grosjean, completing top 5. There's certainly still quite a lot of clouds over the Shanghai International Circuit, but no forecast of rain, I think. Let me just confirm. Weather report.
Radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now.
Yeah, so no rain predicted for the race. But yeah, the clouds are definitely making their presence. I think I'm gonna get some sleep after this race. I only slept 3 hours today, so why was I in 5th on that corner? Okay. Yeah, 18 seconds to Hamilton and 3 seconds to Grosjean, so he's definitely faster than me now in his last stint with the soft tires. Okay, Grosjean is closing in. Let me ask him.
That is Roman behind you. The gap behind us is 3.0 seconds. They're on fresh softs. The time last lap was a 1 minute 38.3. Repeat that. There's interference.
Driver behind.
Roman behind. Okay, the gap behind is 3.0 seconds. They're on fresh softs. The time last lap was a 1:38.3. The gap to the car ahead is 19.8 seconds.
Driver behind.
That is Roman behind you. Our gap behind is 2.7 seconds. They're on fresh softs. The time last lap was a 1:38.2.
Just tell me how much time I'm losing per lap, dude. Come on. How hard is that to do? Okay, almost 15 laps left here at the Chinese Grand Prix, so we have 15 laps to keep Grosjean at bay. 20 seconds to Hamilton, Jesus Christ. Unless one of the leaders DNFs, I'm not going to get the podium. I could get a battle with Grosjean, but let's see how that goes. Oh, give me a second. The TV is going into oh, some yellow flags. Some yellow. Oh, it's Stoffel Van Dorn. Give me a safety car. Come on.
Yellow flag.
That was Van Dorn. Just as I was talking about
The track is
leaders
clear.
retiring, Stoffel Van Dorn
The gap to the
retires.
leader is 51.7 seconds. The gap to teammate is 2.2 seconds.
So yeah, both McLaren Hondas retiring here at the Chinese Grand Prix. I was hopeful for a second there that it would be one of the front runners DNFing. We didn't even get a virtual safety car, so the escape roads are quite large, so yeah, probably not going to have a full-on safety car here in this track, but well. Oh, Verstappen got overtaken by Hamilton, as it looks like. How's the gap to Verstappen? He's also pulling away for sure. Lewis Hamilton now with the fastest lap of the race so far, into the 1:36s if I saw correctly, so you can actually get the arrow from Grosjean's positioning in some of the corners now, so yeah, he's definitely closing in on me. Driver behind.
Roman behind. The gap to the car behind is 1.4 seconds. They're on fresh softs. The time last lap was a 1:38.3.
He actually cannot tell me. Teammate status.
Roman's currently P5. Our gap to our teammate is 1.4 seconds. They're on fresh softs. The time last lap was a 1:38.3. Our gap to the car in front is 23.1 seconds.
Yeah, Jeff can't just tell me how much time per lap I'm losing to Grosjean. Oh well. Okay. I'll need to start thinking about saving fuel soon, even though this is a very slight deficit. It's still enough to not let me finish the race. At least I think we are keeping now a consistent gap to Grosjean. Is not getting himself under a second, so I don't know. Okay, let's go. Oh, that was a bad corner. Didn't even see the gap to him. Oh well. Okay, 11 laps to go now. Still over a tenth of a difference between me and Romain Grosjean. Hey F1 driver, welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoyed the remaining laps. We qualified in P10 because it rained and I got caught out as the track was drying, but I got a good start. Grosjean started in P4 even. And I was able to get myself in front of him. But yeah, now in the closing stages, let's see how well I can defend from the Frenchman. Let's see, it's quite close. Yeah, 0.5 of a second to me. I think I'm faster down the straights, but not entirely sure. Okay, now you're just trying to survive Grosjean. I would like to finish ahead of him since he qualified ahead of me. Oh, the backhand trying to step out a bit. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Chill down. Oh, this car just tried to kill me there. It did not like me accelerating on the curbs at all. Oh.
Gap to car in front is 24.6 seconds.
1.4 tenths to him. Okay, we gained quite a bit in the last 2 laps. I still need to conserve fuel. I'm going down to limits down this straight. Let's see how that goes. I don't know if he's going to get below 1 second. But let's see, once we cross over the line. I don't think so, no, 1.5 seconds is the difference as we cross over the line to start lap number 47. Hey Mohammed, we are in the Haas F1 team. We are racing. I have all assists off, let me show you, I have all assists off except for the racing line. And I am running where is it? Oh, and I am running against 101 difficulty AI. I am only in the start of my second season, so my Haas is not that much upgraded. But yeah, let's see how the gap is to Grosjean. 1.1, so it definitely gained me on the traction zone out at the exit of corner number 2. Well, thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the stream, by the way. I hope you enjoy the remaining laps, the remaining 9 laps, as we try to survive. Grosjean had a gap to me of 7 seconds, but he's closing down on me, and we have just been able to survive. Recently, I've got through to 1.5 seconds, and but I've been forced to save fuel here and there. So yeah, as you can see. Oh yeah, okay, so Raikkonen is still the race leader, even though Hamilton is charging through the field. He overtook Grosjean, he overtook me, he overtook Verstappen. I don't know how close he is to the Finnish driver of the Ferrari, but nevertheless, at least for the time being, Raikkonen is the race leader. I have still a very short super habit of fuel, at least compared to the amount of fuel I need to end the race. I've actually been able to keep Grosjean to keep the gap to Grosjean higher than 1 second. That would be better said. And if I can do that, we are going to actually get our second 4th place finish in a row. So yeah, that's funny. Sebastian Vettel has DNF'd for the 2nd race in a row. Okay. Okay, Grosjean is probably like 6 tenths now? 8 tenths. Okay, let's see how good of an exit we can get now compared to him. Maybe you can get away. He's going to get the RS, but if you get a good exit, he's not going to get the slipstream, and at least that is good. Let's see. He's going to approach me somewhat with the usage of the RS, but let's see what he does. There goes the curb. Okay, we managed to not go over the track limits. There's someone going really slow, but that's just a lapped car. We are closing in on him. I don't know who that is, but well. Oh, should have dropped down to 2nd gear sooner. I think Grosjean is going to be still under 1 second. But I don't think he's going to be able to closing too much. Yeah, 9 tenths of a second. So we are pulling away, but sometimes in the first sector I need to go down to lean mix, and that's where it catches up a bit. Let's see, our tires are fairly healthy, so I think I can get them in good condition until the end of the race. Oh, I went too wide, come on. He's going to get a better exit. Yeah, he's much closer. He's already like 5 tenths behind me. And he's going to get the RS. Well, at least I know where I am faster and what I can do to keep a gap between me and the Frenchman. .1, yeah, as you can see, we just got a better last sector. I think the AI cars have more wing than what I have, and that's how I can pull away in the last sector, even though they are better in this high-speed corners of the first and second sectors, but well, that's the compromise I was willing to make,
27.5 seconds.
and it has paid off a slight bit. Even though they catch up to me in the corners, I can defend down the straights. Now we are coming up to Ericsson. Hopefully I'm going to get the RS off of him, but he's too slow. I think he might be going out of the way soon. Let's just see, I don't know. No, looks like he keeps on going, so I am going to have the RS. Oh, Ericsson quite recklessly trying to move out of the way. He slows down mid-corner, which is not very advisable. But well, let's go to lean mix. Because the DRS can compensate for the fact I'm using lean mix. Let's see now what the gap is to Grosjean after the last sector. 1.3?
Okay, distance
1.7, okay, so that's very good.
7 seconds.
5 laps to go as we enter lap 51 here at the Shanghai International Circuit, the home of the Chinese Grand Prix. .6 now to Grosjean, so we have some freedom to get a little bit on lane mix if we feel the need to. Okay, some corrections on the steering wheel. I was trying to not lose the backhand. Still improving my sector to time by 45 thousandths of a second. It's not too much, but shows that I'm still getting better around the track. Well, with 5 laps to go, let's just give you guys the rundown of the pack. So, Kimi Räikkönen is still leading the race, followed by Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. Then we have me and Grosjean closing the top 5. Then Daniel Ricciardo in 6th, Nico Hülkenberg 7th, Felipe Massa in 8th, followed by his teammate in P9, Lance Stroll. Then Esteban Ocon closes the top 10. Then outside of the points paying positions we have Carlos Sainz, Sergio Perez, Daniel Kvyat, Jolyon Palmer, Marcus Ericsson, and Stoffel Van Dorn is the last car racing, because we have had Stoffel Van Dorn, Sebastian Vettel, Fernando Alonso and Valtteri Bottas DNF along the way. So 5 laps to go, we have still 0.07 plus of fuel compared to what we need to end the race. We keep losing in some of the corners. I'm not very good at conserving fuel at this track, but yeah, at least we are surviving. We are being able to go down onto lean mix here and there without getting too much pressurized by Romain Grosjean. 1.5 seconds is the gap now. I'm going to take lean mix as we approach turn 1, and turn 2 I'm going to go down, or go up in this case, to standard mix on the approach to turn 2, and let's go out of the corner cleanly if we can. Yeah, no losses of the backhand, and we are away. Okay, so let's now just see. I think I managed to keep the gap. No, he actually got 3/10 on me. Okay, yeah, that's the power difference, because those guys, the AI, are much faster into turn 1 than me. They can brake much later. Every time I try to brake where they do brake, I lose the backhand, so I'm not sure what they are doing. Well, they are AI, so they can probably just do that perfectly, and me as a human not so well, but nevertheless they gain a little bit of an advantage into turn 1.
27.6 seconds.
That's for sure. 1.4 is the gap to Romain Grosjean, so let's keep checking that along the way.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
I would like to have a battle with him, but I would also not like to risk losing the place to him. He already beat me in qualifying because the track was drying and I got caught out, and he was already on a flying lap, so the track was drier than when I was doing mine, and he got qualified in P4, so he already beat me in qualifying session. I would not like him to beat me in the race as well. Oh my god. Whew. That's a 7.5, if I can call it that. But yeah, Romain Grosjean now approached us quite a lot. Yeah, he's like 4-5 tenths away from us. Let's see. 7 tenths away from us, so we need to find a way to pull away. Well, thanks a lot, Mohammed. That was, yeah, that was a save, quite a good save there. But yeah, as you can see, every time I try to brake where they brake, I lose the back end. I just cannot do the same braking point as they do. Oh, Romain Grosjean is all over the back end of my Haas. Lewis Hamilton reaching the ending stages of the race, still with superb pace. Grosjean with the DRS is not going to get the slipstream, but we have cars in similar conditions. My power unit is still quite healthy itself. I think I broke a little bit too late, a little bit of a lockup on my front right, but all good there, it looks like. Yeah, that corner is quite tricky to get it sometimes, but yeah. Let's see, Grosjean has DRS once again, so he's going to keep slipstreaming off of me. Let's see, they are, as you can see, the arrow got close to me, as they do a very late braking zone compared to me. So yeah, I just need to get better traction, better corner exits, and make sure I don't give him too much slipstream. But yeah, that mistake into turn 1 made my life a little bit more difficult. Fortunately my fuel is still in the plus, because I don't have too much gap to go onto lean mix, otherwise Grosjean might actually overtake me. But let's see now. With the DRS, I think I pulled a couple tenths, at least one, on him during the last couple of sectors. But yeah, the slipstream and the DRS are going to work for him. So let's see how that goes. I think that is Ricciardo in the distance, closing in on us. But yeah, let's see how that works out. I don't think Ricciardo has enough gap to get close to Grosjean, so this is going to be between me and my teammate until the end of the race. We start now lap 55, 30 seconds away from Verstappen, guys. That top 3 is just absolutely insanely quick. The Red Bulls, the Ferraris and the Mercedes are just on a league of their own. Let's go out of the corner cleanly. Let's see.
Okay, so
Kimi
Raikkonen, they're retiring from the race.
For the second race in a row, both Ferraris are out of the race due to engine failures. Both Ferraris are DNFing for the second race in a row. Ferrari have currently 0 constructors points after 2 races. This is unbelievable. That's going to give Hamilton the race win on a silver platter, and the last podium position is going now to be decided between me and Romain Grosjean. So now this got very tasty between me and the Frenchman. He's very close to me. He's going to get the DRS, obviously, maybe some rich mix and the slipstream. I'm going to cover the inside line and just see how late I can brake compared to him. I think I have my tires in good condition, or better condition than him. As you can see, he's not pulling, he's not getting the toe from me, and I think even with DRS I have lower wings, and I'm actually pulling away from him, even though he has the RS, so I think that's been crucial, as I already got promoted to P3, Grosjean to P4, and yeah, as you can see in the distance, the car of Kimi Raikkonen, who was going to bounce back from a DNF in Australia with the race win, and with 2 laps to go, his Ferrari engine gives out, so very poor reliability from the Renault, from the Ferrari engine so far in the season. Oh my god, that was unbelievable. In the first race, Grosjean DNF'd, Vettel and Raikkonen DNF'd, and they were the only cars DNF'ing. Now we have had Alonso, Van Dorn, Vettel, Raikkonen, Bottas. I think that's it, yeah, only 5 cars DNF'd. So yeah, that's very poor reliability from the Ferrari engine so far. By the way, what is up, Diogmaster? Welcome to the stream once again. Thank you for hopefully enjoying the entirety of the race. I don't know how long you are here, but yeah, Grosjean is very close to me here in the last lap as Lewis Hamilton crosses over the line, posts a fastest lap of the race, and takes home the silverware of the Chinese Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton takes the win after a puncture. He takes the win of the Chinese Grand Prix. A great result for the British driver. Now Ricciardo is closed in on Grosjean. Actually, I'm going to cover that move. No one is going to be able to get an overtaking maneuver done on me, and looks like this is going to be it, guys. We are going in the race, second race of the season after a P4 in Australia. We are going to finally take our podium here at the Chinese Grand Prix. What a race! What a race! What a turn of events with the DNF from Raikkonen. And now let's take it to Crofty with the podium celebrations.
So, another fantastic victory for the Silver Arrows. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
Without a doubt, the safety car changed everything today. The key to their success was keeping calm and reacting to the situation quickly. We've seen teams in the past throw away wins because they were too hesitant, but here they were decisive, and that's allowed them to take the advantage.
Oh my god.
And here are our podium drivers today after that excellent race. They've excelled here, as they so often do, and it's a well-deserved victory. Mercedes, then, are on top today.
Our third podium in our career, all of them third place finishes. And once again we have the Portuguese flag on the podium of an F1 race. Yeah, that was quite lucky of a result, but we had to be in a good position to be lucky sometimes.
And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. It's a good result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Today, I think I'll give it to the Haas driver. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
And now let's take a look at the constructors' standings. It was a tough race for our championship leaders, who lose ground at the top of the table. Meanwhile, Renault move up the table with another strong performance this weekend. After all that excitement, it's time for a lie down, I think. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye until the next race.
Yeah, so as you can see, Lewis Hamilton, 2 race starts, 2 race wins. I got a P4 in Australia, and now we got a P3 in China, and that promotes us to 2nd place in the drivers' standings, then closely followed by both Red Bulls. And yeah, we are now up to P3 in the Constructors' Championship, because Ferrari still has 0 points. As you can see, he's down there in 8th place, along with McLaren and the Sauber, with 0 points collected so far. This has been a disaster of a start of the season, and yeah, they just ended 25 points to Lewis Hamilton, and yeah, that's not very good to the Maranello team. Okay, let's go back to the what's the name, to the motorhome. That was a very good race. Like, Grosjean was putting the pressure on me, and then it actually started meaning something with the podium on the line. That was just amazing. So yeah, getting some resource points for our performance, then getting the first driver bonus. and kicking Kvyat's ass once again, 25-8, and we are also kicking ass in terms of our team approval. We have been in the purple since like Singapore of last season or something like that. So yeah, Ferrari loves me, McLaren loves me as well. So yeah, this is it for that graphic there. The career score is going to be for the weekend 12,802 points and nothing else. Okay, so let's just go into the next weekend. So let's just travel to Bahrain, just to see if our upgrades went through or not, because we had an upgrade to the rear wing of our car, I think.
Hi, I've got something you'll be interested in. Those performance upgrades we discussed after the last race. They're on the car and the data looks promising. Take a look at the details.
Okay, so looks like it went through, so we got an upgrade to the rear downforce. Of course, Bahrain is a circuit with lots of fast corners and heavy traction zones, so you need the rear downforce to not lose the back end while you're trying to put the throttle down. So let's go to the laptop. I think it's going to be dry all weekend, but we at least jumped Toro Rosso in the that vehicle comparison. Dry conditions on track, so yeah, it is going to be a dry weekend all together. So yeah, this is it, guys, for the Chinese Grand Prix. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give me a like button. If you did not, the dislike button is right beside it. Hope to see you guys in the next race, which is going to be the Bahrain Grand Prix. Hope to see you guys there, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.